Hello everyone. So in this session we are going to continue with the previous session exercise problem, and today we are going to see another two exercise. Fine. So let's move on to the problem number 3. Build the ladder logic for two-way traffic control system. So in the introduction classes I have told about the in traffic surveillance, like video surveillance and all, they are using PLCs. In foreign countries and all, people are using PLC for the traffic control. Fine. So let's do the simple logic for two-way traffic, and I'm going to give the four-way traffic control for your homework exercise. Fine. So let's see the logic. So since it is a two-way, you can take any two direction. Fine. So you can take north, west, south, north, like that. So I'm for this exercise problem, I'm taking north and south. Okay. Since you are the programmer and according to the requirement, you can build the logic. Fine. So this is my logic. What does the logic means? When I press the start button or when I press the input condition to the traffic light system, immediately north green should turn on. Okay, and that time south should have red color. Okay, because only one side should have a green color, right? Fine. So south people are having red color. Fine. So after 5 seconds, north is going to yellow and south is also going to yellow, because north is going to change to red color and south is going to change to green color. Okay, so whenever you are shifting from green to red or red to green, there should be a yellow. It's the program or logic in my program. Like that, you can create any logic. You can create logic only when red to green change is happening. No, that time only you want yellow, means you can. That is also fine. Okay, the logic can be anything. According to the requirement, we will be building the logic. Okay, so for this question, what I have given is, if one side is green, another side should be red. After some time, the green is going to change to red and the red is going to change green. So in between, I want yellow. Okay, the same thing. When red is going to green and green is going to red, I want yellow to be happening. Okay, so why this problem is ended with only 4 cases? Why means, after this yellow, what will happen? North green, south red. That is what the first case is, right? Okay, so only 4 cases are the case. After that, it's going to be the cyclic action. Again, it will go to first and it will run. After the 4 cases, again it will go to the first. Like that, it is a cyclic action. Fine. Shall we see how to do this? So totally how many outputs we are having? We are having 6 outputs, correct? Because one side 3 colors, another side 3 colors. I mean LED or light. One side 3 lamp, another side 3 lamp. Red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow. Fine. So totally we are having 6 outputs, and we are going to use one start and stop push button also in this program. That's optional, but I'm going to use in this problem. Fine. Shall we see how to do that? Yes. We'll go for the software. Sorry. We'll go for this software. Yes, here is our software. So this is the previous problem we have done. So I'm going to take a new network. One is start push button, another one is stop push button. I'm going to save that in a memory. Since it is the push button, I'm going to latch it. This one we have already discussed. Okay. So what is this? I0.0 is a start push button. Okay. What is this? I0.1 stop push button. This is your memory coil and this is memory you are latching. Fine. Got it? This is the initial one. So if you press and leave, it will be in a on condition only. So I'm going to use M0.0 in all the runs hereafter. So when M0.0 is pressed, what is the first output we want to turn on? We need to turn on 2 outputs. What are the outputs? One is north green, correct? So I'll give one new address, Q0.0. This is Q0.1. So I'm going to write it in a comment section. Q0.0 is NG, north green. Okay. Q0.1 is south red. Fine. Got it? So I'm going to give the reference in the comment box for you. Fine. Now, when this fellow need to go off? After 5 seconds. Correct. So after 5 seconds means I need to give one timer, right? Obviously. So here I am taking one branch to give the timer. Right. So T0, I'm going to give the 5 seconds delay. So after this 5 seconds delay, I want both the outputs need to go off. So I'm connecting before the output. I'm going to give T0, T0. You may ask me, since it is common, why can't I put a T0 here? Okay, so if you put a T0 here, it will make the timer to go off. Then how come I can turn off this? Can you get the point? So I want the output need to turn off, not the timer need to reset. Okay, that's what I have connected this T0, T0 separately. Fine. You should not put over here in this place. You should not put like this. It is wrong. If you put like this will be wrong. Okay, this should not happen. Fine. Right. So at the end of first timer, what should happen next? Okay. What is the first cycle? North green, south red. What is the next? North yellow, south yellow. Fine. So I'm going to connect two more outputs here. Okay. So Q0.2 and this is Q0.3. So here I am giving Q0.2 as north yellow, Q0.3 is south yellow. Fine. So this is gonna turn off. At the same time, this gonna turn on. So I'm connecting like this. I'm giving reference from the previous round. At the end of T0, these two are going off, these two are going on. Simple. Okay. So at the same time, we need to turn on one more timer also because after 5 seconds, this should go off. Correct? I'm going to introduce one timer here. T1. Same 5 seconds I'm giving. So since it is a yellow, let's give it as 3 seconds. Okay. After 3 seconds, these two should go off. Correct? Yes. I'm connecting a normally closed contact, but because this will break the path T1. So this is gonna break. Fine. So what will happen? When this gonna break, what should happen next? Yes. What is that? North red and south green. So I'm connecting that output also here. I'll write here Q0.4 is what? North red. Q0.5 is south green. Correct now? Yeah. So what is the reference here? This is our normal M0.0 and this one is the previous timer. Correct? Fine. At the same time, I need to turn on one more timer. Why? Because this timer will turn off these two and turn on the yellow. Correct? That's what I'm going to introduce this. Fine. And at the end of this one, T2 will make north red and south green to go off. What should turn on? Yellow. Do you need to connect the yellow coils again? No, right? Because yellow coils are already we have introduced. Fine. So you need to connect a parallel path here to turn on yellow again. Like this. Like this. Got it? Which timer it is? T2. T2. So Q3 Q0.2 and Q0.3 will be turning on. That is yellow for 5 seconds, right? After 5 seconds, what should happen? That should go off, correct? So I need to connect one more rung here to turn on the fourth timer. So this is as usual M0.0 and this is the previously used timer. to turn on one more timer here. This timer is T3 and I'm going to give 3 seconds. So after the end of this timer, what should turn on? Turn off yellow, correct? Yellow should turn off. So I'm turning off both the yellow here. T3, T3, T3. This is also T3. What should turn on again? How about the question we have given? So we have done up to this. Up to this we have done. Now after that what should turn on? Again your green and red. So the output was already given, no? The output was already given. Where is the output? In the first rung we are having, no? This is our, no, not this one. This one. North green and south red. So this should turn on again. So how to make the cycle to happen again? Any idea? Because it was already done, right? So how to make that happen again? So for that we need to make use of the last timer to reset the first timer like this. That's it. So once you have reset, this timer will reset, no? That will make the output to turn on again. And the cycle will start from the beginning. Shall we see that? I'll go online. Let's check. So here, first two, this is north green, south red. Then both are yellow. This is north red, south green. Okay, I'm going to turn on. Since it's a push button, I'm turning off. See, for first 5 seconds, these two are on. Next 3 seconds, these two are on. Next 5 seconds, these two are on. Next 3 seconds, again yellow. Okay? Yes. So after 5 seconds, this cycle is again started. Can you see the cycle is again started? That's it. So whenever you want to restart the cycle from the beginning, you need to use the last used timer to reset the first one. Or you can use the reset coil or something to reset the timer. Fine? Which timer? First timer. Because if you reset, because you may ask me like, we have used 4 timers, but why we are resetting only one timer? Because all the timers are connected in a sequence with the first timer. So if you are resetting the first one, it will automatically reset all. Okay? That is the logic you need to understand here. So if you are very clear with the two-way traffic, no, then four-way will be very, very easy. So in four-way, we will have how many outputs? Each directions are having 3 lamps. So we are having 4 directions. So 4 into 3, 12. Start and stop push button are 2 inputs and 4, 3, totally 12 outputs. Fine. So there also you can create your own logic. Here I have given yellow for all. You can skip that yellow for one thing. For like when you are shifting from green to red, there is no need of yellow. Like that also you can design the logic. It's a programmer thing. Okay. According to the customer requirement, you can give the logic. Same the preset value also. Preset value also you can change according to the customer requirement. Fine. Okay. Fine. So shall we move on to the next exercise? Yes. So let's see what is our next exercise. I delete all the rungs first. We'll start from the beginning. Yeah. So the next exercise is also very interesting one. Yeah. Exercise problem 4. Automatic door opening system. Okay. So it is automatic door opening system. Any guess what it will be? In shopping complex or in mall and all we will be going, right? Whenever we enter near to the door, automatically the door will open. Correct? The door will be completely open till open limit switch. These two, okay, I'll discuss first what are the inputs here. So let me have start and stop push button as usual for all the problem. Okay, so those two are the inputs, and also open limit switch is one input, close limit switch is another input, object detective sensor is the input. Correct? So we are having totally 5 inputs. Fine. One is start and stop, open limit switch, close limit switch, and object detective sensor. We have 2 outputs here. One is open door motor, another one is closed door motor. Okay, so we are having 2 outputs here. One is open door motor, another one is closed door motor. I'll tell the logic. What it will do means, whenever a person is come nearer to it, automatically it will get open because object detective sensor will sense. Correct na? So when the sensor is giving the signal, the door should open. So open motor should turn on up to open limit switch. Fine. When the open limit switches happen, in that time also people are coming. So it will be waiting for them to go. So once the people are not coming, once the object detective sensor goes off, it waits for 10 seconds. Okay? Because in that 10 seconds some people may come, no? So after the 10 seconds, if people are not there, it will start closing up to close limit switch. Up to close limit switch. So while closing, if anyone comes, automatically it will open. Correct? Now that is the logic, right? If it is closing, if some people is coming, again it started closing means it is not a good programming. Correct? If someone is entering while closing, it should open again. That's the logic. Shall we see how to do this? Yes. So I think I should now delete the first rung. Okay, I'm going to delete the remaining rungs because first rung is same, no, for all. So let's see. This is my rung. This is my condition. I need to use all in all the rungs. Fine. So this is the one I'm going to use. So first, what I'm going to do means object detective sensor. Fine. So I'm going to put one object detective sensor here, which is detecting the people are coming. Correct. So that time what I need to turn on? Open motor. Correct. So this is my first output, open motor. Okay. I 0.2 is object detecting sensor. Okay. I'm putting this D sensor, and Q 0.0 is nothing but opening motor. Fine. Got it? Okay. Now opening motor is happening. Up to what? Up to open limit switch. So I'm going to put one normally closed contact here, and I'm introducing that as open limit switch. I 0.3 as open limit SWITCH switch. Fine. Got it? So yes. So this is happening. Fine. So in the next run, what I'm going to do, when this open limit switch comes, wait for 10 seconds. Correct na? That is what our logic is, right? When the opening is completely done, it will wait for 10 seconds. So for that 10 seconds, I'm going to use one timer here. Just for time being, we'll give for 5 seconds. Okay. So it will wait for 5 seconds. So in this 5 seconds, okay, so in this 5 seconds, if anyone is coming means it will be opening only. Okay. Suppose after the 10 seconds, if no one is coming, what I should do? The motor should start closing. Correct? The motor should start closing. Fine. So what I'm going to do, when M0.0 I'm connecting here. Okay, fine. And here I'm going to take a reference like this done bit of T0. I'm going to use T0 here, right? Or you can put normally closed contact of object detecting sensor. What is our object detecting sensor? Because no people are coming. Correct. That time I want closing should happen. So you to take the reference from this place. After that, you need to connect your closing motor. Let it be this as Q0.1 closing motor. Fine. Okay. Closing motor up to which one? We are having one more input here, right? What is that? Close limit switch. Correct? So I'm going to introduce one more input here, and that is close limit switch. So up to that it should be closing. Fine? Right. For example, I need to connect if closing is happening. Okay, this is happening. At that time, if someone is coming, means what should happen? This will get open. Correct? This will get off because object detecting sensor, this one will get open, no? So this will be off, and again this fellow will go on. Correct? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect okay, let it be. I'll just run this. This is the logic. Let's see one by one. Let's see that. Yeah. I'll turn off all because some memories are already in on condition. M0.0 is already in on condition. That's what in a question it is on. It's loading. Yes, so I'm going to turn off this. So let's start. Fine. So whenever you are starting, what is happening? Okay. Now the motor is closing. Fine. Because object detecting sensor is not on, no. So whenever you are turning on your object detecting sensor, opening is happening. Fine. See, opening is happening. Up to what? Up to your open limit switch. So when open limit switch is happen, your opening will be stopped because that limit switch is happened. After that it will wait for 10 seconds. Okay. That time your object detecting sensor is not there. Closing should be happening. See here. Closing is happening. Suppose in that time your object detecting sensor is coming. So that time what should happen? Again your motor should turn on. See, since it is a simulation, you need to turn off your open limit switch immediately. Turn off. Why? Because once it is started closing. See, I'll start from the beginning. I'm starting. Now object detecting sensor is coming. So opening is happening. Correct? Up to what? Limit switch. Correct? When the limit switch is there, a timer will be happening. Correct? So in that time, your person are not coming. That time means I need to turn off this. Closing is happening. When closing is happening, I should turn off this also. Because closing is happening, no? So when the close limit switches comes, automatically this will go off. Okay. See, when you are implementing this in a application, automatically sensor will give the signal. Since it is a simulation, to see the proper output, you need to turn on and turn off the input accordingly. Else, you will get confusion easily. Correct? So, you need to do the thing properly. For example, say I am starting. Object detecting sensor is there. Opening is happening. Open limit switch is there. So, it will wait for 10 minutes. So, after that, your object detecting sensor is giving 0, no persons are coming, means it will start closing. That time your open limit switch will go off. After some time, close limit switch will come. That's it. Can you get the point? So like this, you need to toggle the things properly. Fine. So that's it. You can stop. Fine. So yes, so this is automatic door opening and closing as a simple logic I have taught you. This is a simple logic. Fine. So like that you can expand the logic as per your requirement. Okay, so you can also put this one like interlocking you can do. What is interlocking means? When Q 0.1 is on, this should not on, like this. This is Q 0.1. This is interlocking, like safety purpose. If one is on, another one should not happen. Like that, you can interlock like this. Okay. This is optional only. You can interlock. Like both motors should turn on simultaneously for that. Okay. So this is the option. Apart from that, we have used various interlocking, right? After this only this should happen. When closing is happening, object detecting should not give input. Like that, this is also one kind of interlocking. See, I have used a normally closed contact. Fine. So yes, so this is how you need to use the logics according to your application and requirement. Fine. So we have seen 4 exercise in the practice sessions. So I'm going to give few more exercise for your homework. So I'll going to give the solution for that also. Please go through that and practice that. So we'll meet you all in the next training module. Fine. Yes. So until then, thank you. See you. Take care.